following program contains images of an actual surgical procedure that may be graphic and disturbing. Parents are advised that these images may not be suitable for young children.
It's time for a doctor's throwback all the way to our very first season when we met Mark, who traveled abroad to change his brown eyes to blue. A dangerous procedure we actually warned him could leave him blind, if you remember.
I was previously on the doctor show in 2009.
Mark is here in our audience.
I just came off the plane from Panama. I just had my eye surgery done from brown to blue.
I've always worn color contacts, and I just always hated having brown eyes. Every time I looked at myself in the mirror, I just didn't like it. I wouldn't even check the mail, take out the trash without wearing color contacts.
I had the beautiful blue eyes. I was happy.
Were you told about risks of this surgery when you went down to Panama?
My best friend, she did the surgery and she had no problems, and when I saw her eyes, I was like, I need to get that done. Nothing was gonna get in my way.
Dr. Assil was beside me, screaming at me.
The risk for this particular procedure is entirely unacceptable. Cataracts, loss of their cornea, inflammation inside the eye, and a severe form of glaucoma that would result in irreversible blindness.
The lens is the same lens used in cataract surgeries for the past 20 years. It's just a colored version of it.
No, that's simply not true, young man. It's important to let your viewers understand that a 50% chance of eventually going blind is simply not worth it.
But I was ignorant, I didn't believe him, and here we are in 2017, and I'm blind in my right eye. By 2012, the right eye would turn bloody red, and I just ignored the symptoms. The next few years, the vision went blurry, and it would go in and out. It's my fault. I should have seen a doctor, and I didn't. And I thought the vision would come back, and I am now blind in the right eye. I was naive and young. If I could go back to 2009 and tell myself and tell the world, I would say, do not do this surgery whatsoever. You will be blind 100%.
Yeah, Mark didn't listen to our warning about the risky procedure. His vision in his right eye will never return, but he did have a second chance to save the vision in his left eye.
This material's been in his eye doing silent damage for a very long time, slowly grinding away at the surfaces of the eye like sandpaper. We'll treat his right eye first, which is the eye in which unfortunately he's already lost all his vision. And then we'll treat his left eye afterwards, hopefully to prevent him from losing vision in that eye as well. When we perform his surgery, we're going to be removing the colored material that's been laid into his eye, and we're going to cut it up into smaller fragments and remove it. So these are the 3D glasses that'll go with the screen that'll enable us to see everything in greater magnification. Mark, it's time to begin your procedure. Go ahead and bring your chin up for me. Keep your eyes wide open.
Am I gonna feel anything?
You'll feel pressure and stuff from when I push on the eyelid. Look straight ahead and don't look around, Mark. Let's go in through our main entry. Good. Good. Look straight ahead, Mark. Don't look up, buddy. Don't squeeze. Okay. Best brown eyes I've seen in many, many, many years. Now we'll be ready to start treatment on the left eye, which is more paramount since this is the better functioning eye. Look straight ahead. You're 2 for 2, Mark. May you live to be 120 and see perfect out of this eye.
Mark's quest to turn his brown eyes blue left him blind in one eye. He turned to ophthalmologist Dr. Assil for help. They now both join us. And most important thing I want to ask you right now is, how are you doing after the surgery with Dr. Assil?
Well, I feel much better that it's out of my eyes. I just felt like it was a negative thing inside my body that just needed to come out. It was causing too much damage to my eyes. I was going blurry on and off for several years. And then all of a sudden, the past couple months, it was just been completely blind in the right eye. And I just had to call him and say, I'm blind. Let's
and you
get these
felt
out
a
of
lot
my
of
eyes.
painful pressure in your eyes with those in there?
The pressure was so high that it was like someone squeezing your eyeball or someone stabbing your eyeball. And then now that he took him out, I just feel like,
because your eyes, just to me, they look so much better. You got to consider this a huge success, Dr. Assil, in terms of being able to maintain that vision in that left eye.
You know, Travis, no doctor enjoys saying, "I told you so." I'm certainly no exception. At the same time, I'm so relieved that we were able to arrive at an agreement to remove these so that he can live to be 120 and still see well out of his other eye. You know, medical tourism is not necessarily a dirty word. We all know of procedures that were developed in the U.S. but are not available here yet, and we bless patients when they want to go overseas. It's one thing to have medical tourism, like we have patients that come to us from overseas. Sure. It's one thing to have medical tourism when it's blessed by local doctors and it's just happens not to be available there. It's another to go for a fringe procedure that no local doctor would ever condone. And so these people prey on young folks' desire to improve themselves in some way.
And I want to address this because we have, for 10 years now, sat on this stage and we'll tell people, look, don't do this. This is not good. This is not good. And we know and feel deep down that they're going to go through with doing something we recommend not doing. And sometimes we feel like a broken record. You are now sitting here and so much could have been avoided. What do you say to someone out there who's thinking about doing something that every single physician has told them is a terrible idea?
I was naive and stupid, and I didn't listen to the doctors, didn't listen to anyone. I just thought, oh, I'm gonna be fine. And I was just ignorant. I didn't know the original time I came on the show. I just came off the plane from Panama.
But in fairness, you were being treated abroad by a company that claimed this is no big deal, you're in great hands. It's safe. And I think it highlights...
They tell you could go blind, right?
They made me sign a contract that was not in English. And I said to them, what does it say? He goes, oh, you don't have to worry about it. It's
so maybe they told you.
So
I had to give them cash. And
an informed consent in a different language is not an informed consent.
Yeah.
And I think all of us can learn from this, because if something sounds too good to be true, or you're asked to sign something that either you don't understand or you don't know what the repercussions may be, you could end up in Mark's position. I'm happy. I know you've lost the vision of your right eye, but I'm very happy that you've maintained vision in your left eye. I got to thank you, Dr. Assil, for taking such good care of Mark.
You've got some slick hands, baby. That was impressive, the way you slipped that out. I got to hand it to you.
Well, and that is a precise surgery. And the takeaway, if you're thinking about engaging in medical tourism, make sure you're doing it for a procedure that is accepted, number one. We're going to have a list of resources on our website to make sure that you are going to someone who does things the right way.